but he's all ACC. He's our main man, CL Brown. Good morning, CL. How you doing, brother?
Good morning.
Good morning, good people. I'm sitting here kind of wondering if I should take that personally. Wake me up when this is over.
Has nothing to do with you.
That's A-Town. You can blame A-Town for that, man.
That's what Louisville said last week.
Well, matter of fact,
Well.
Go ahead, Pam.
See, we want you to tell us, because we had a lot going on last week. Kind of give us the top 2 or 3 takeaways from that game, Louisville losing to Notre Dame.
Oh, well, I think Louisville was in a position to win the game. They hadn't had any turnovers all season. They had 3 in that game. You can kind of just look at different points where it seemed like they were going to get some momentum going, and whether it was that last drive, a penalty on 4th and 1, making it 4th and 6, that kind of put them in a different kind of position, and not getting any points before the end of the first half when they were down at the 15-yard line. That little things that just kind of all added up for them in that loss. But they didn't come out of that game thinking that they basically got beat down or that they didn't compete. So they're coming into a game this week against SMU. Basically a resurgent SMU. A lot of people thought they were going to be a dark horse in the conference when in the preseason, and because they struggled to beat Nevada and because they lost to BYU before BYU was ranked and anybody thought BYU was good, people kind of soured on them. But we've seen they switched quarterbacks. Kevin Jennings is running the show now at quarterback. They benched Preston Stone, and it's going to be a big game. I think whoever comes out of that is going to be positioned to maybe make some noise. It won't just be Miami and Clemson at the top of the ACC standings.
Wow, that's a hell of a state. We're talking to CL Brown of the Louisville Courier. Rock with us each and every week right here on the Sports Shop. That's interesting because if you look at the ACC as a whole, and I guess a couple of weeks ago we was talking about some of the same teams, but Carolina was in that conversation, which I don't know why we thought that. NC State.
I know why.
I'm glad you said that.
I know.
Oh, wow. I thought they were one of
Oh.
CL's picks, too, early on.
No,
when we were down there talking about it.
I remember
in
CL.
Charlotte.
I remember CL vividly trying to talk y'all off the edge.
He did?
He was trying, but y'all wasn't listening.
I mean, sometimes we get caught up in that blue.
Yeah.
But anyway, and NC State was part of the conversation. So now, you said it. So right now, in your perspective, from your perspective, this is a 3-team kind of race in terms of Clemson, Miami, and Louisville. Is that correct from your perspective?
That's correct.
Okay.
And I see Duke sitting there at 5-0.
We don't forget.
I'm still. I need more people.
My bad.
Like
I forgot about that.
I don't believe them yet. They need more people. I got to see more from them. They kind of feel one-dimensional on offense. I'm not sure if this is something that they can sustain, but as long as they're winning,
I mean, they are one-dimensional. They're 5 on one side and 0 on the other.
Okay, Mac, really though?
They are one-dimensional. Yeah,
So,
I mean, come
that's
on.
fool's goal. You know that's fool's goal.
Fool's goal. What happened
First
in
of all,
Chapel Hill? That's fool's goal.
first of all, hey, here's the thing. They are undefeated.
That's right.
And we forgot about that.
We like it like that. Just go right under the radar.
No apologies for being undefeated.
Exactly.
Right.
For sure.
5 and what? 5 and what? CL 5-0.
Oh, 5-0.
But that
Zero.
also doesn't mean you don't necessarily got to go beating your chest and drawing attention either. Just keep your head down and keep winning.
Stay focused.
Don't talk about us. We're just fine. Don't say anything about us. We're just fine.
Yeah, we just pop up in the ACC championship. About we here. Like who invited you? Don't worry
Started
about
at the bottom, now we're here.
I got to jump in right quick. And it does remind me of the fact that, because, this crew here, I know two of the people on this panel, we've locked in on Alabama, Georgia, and didn't get a chance to really see the Carolina Duke game. But let's talk about Mack Brown, if you will, just quickly. I mean, he's a little long in the tooth, we understand, but he's a proven winner. How you see this panel out at the end here, CL, as you sit right now with Mack Brown and UNC program?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't see how he can come back from the James Madison game, and not just losing that game in the way they lost, but the whole how stuff leaked out about halftime and or after the game, post game talks in the locker room. The locker room is supposed to be all that's supposed to be in house. For whatever happened, the fact that things kind of got leaked out there, I think it shows a bit of a problem because some people inside that locker room might want him to step down because it got out like that.
There we go.
Here we go.
We got some snakes.
I'm not trying to start.
Got some snakes in the grass, man. Snake in the grass.
That's all right, CL. I'll start it. You're right.
When there are cracks, it just starts to show.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I think I don't see really the path unless I don't even know if it's a great recruiting class, hooking somebody in the transfer. Well, the transfer portal wouldn't start till after the season anyway. But I don't really know what the path forward is. What the end game actually is here. Like I feel like I would be surprised if he stays around after the end of the season if he doesn't just announce that he's going to retire.
I don't think it's the fact that that Coach Brown probably couldn't coach anymore, or he doesn't know, he doesn't know football well enough anymore. I think it's building another staff that's committed and dedicated to what he wants to get accomplished is probably not something he has an appetite to do moving forward. And I think that'll probably be the one to make him move on. Because kids are kids, right? You get used. You see this. He's done this 1,000 times. But I think having whatever the problem is with leaks and all this other stuff, that's at a leadership level, and I think that's where his problem is. And I think at this point, I'm not sure if he's willing to try to say, okay, let me do what it takes to retool again.
Yeah. Well, also there could be he might not be the person allowed to say, I'm going to try and retool. That might be a decision that Bubba Cunningham comes in and makes for him.
That's true.
That's a
and
good
I'm
point.
not saying that's going to happen, but that's part of it. But I want to jump into a little bit what you said in terms of kids are kids, because kids are kids, but they've never had this NIL money. They've never had the freedom to leave. They've never been empowered like that until this era of college football. So that kind of changes the dynamic some. When you quote unquote don't have to put up with it, whether it's hard coaching, whether it's being second or third on the depth chart, and you feel like you should be first or whatever. There are a lot of different just moving parts to this that coaches have to deal with now that they didn't, especially someone who's coached as long as Mack Brown. And that might lead also into a decision on whether he really wants to go through it with what all it will take to, I hate to say pacify, but we're almost in a position of that now with players today, just to kind of make sure that everybody is taken care of how they want to be financially in terms of their NIL and collective deals. And so it's just a lot. Like I don't see the way forward for Mack Brown at Carolina next year.
It's funny. We've heard it all. We've heard the saying before. We've heard the statement before. But the closer we get to it, the more we can kind of understand it. You've heard people walk in one day and say, "Man, I'm too old for this."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you go, how can anybody say that? I know now.
Yeah.
Trust me, I get it. One day it's going to come to that point.
Yeah. Man, I'm hearing Matt does have like some crazy square footage beach house that that
he don't see.
That he don't see that much.
Forget this stress. I'm going to the
I'm pretty sure a couple of times this season, like against James Madison, and the second half against Duke, you're like, "Hey, I'm going to the beach."
He's trying to make sure that he got all his stuff taken care of at the beach.
Yeah. And everything's harder now than it was, and not winning like this, recruiting is going to be harder.
But I mean, but his legacy is still intact. Wouldn't you agree, CL?
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay.
And I mean, and Mack is a competitor now. Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
That's right.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
He's a competitor, and I'm sure that he doesn't want this to be the last image people have of him, of his coaching career. So
fire somebody. That's what I want to see. Fire some damn body. That way, make a statement on the way out. Fire somebody.
Anyway, CL.
Oh my God.
Nobody want to hear that.
No.
I'm not sure. Just on the side, this whole we got media day. We see you, or you gonna sit this one out? What's going on, man?
Yeah, no, I'll be down there.
Good deal.
But you gotta help us. Well, can you come? Can we interview you while we down there? Cause hell, the way it's set up now, this whole interview process is gonna be crazy this year.
It is, yeah. I got that email too.
Hey, look, I was just about to say, hey, when you do your Louisville interviews, can you invite us?
Yeah, can we just come over there and sit?
Yeah, we'll do a group interview.
Yeah.
We can all do it together.
Kmac, while you playing it, make it that way. Hey, CL, we'll see you next week, brother. Be safe. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. See you soon.